Well, good day everyone again, Jason Haines here from QPL Rural with another weekly edition of the Haines Report, your weekly rural property update. Well, livestock markets have certainly reacted strongly to that little bit of rain we had last week. Much of my listening area, the Riverina, missed out on significant rain, but there was some over to the east, and certainly parts of Victoria did receive good rains. The Eastern Young Cattle Indicator is jumped up to 494.5 cents per kilo carcass weight. The National Trade Lamb Indicator is sitting at just under 700 cents per kilo carcass weight once again, and the mutton has gone back through $4 a kilo to be sitting at 405. Now, the southern rain did also see those southern irrigation markers dip a little bit during the week. We did have water on Murrami irrigation going from near $400 a megalitre to go down as low as $365 in the last few days, but I see this morning it's back up around that sort of $375 to $380 mark. Zone 11, you're sitting at around that $375 to $380 mark, while here on the Murrambidgee, you're at $380 to $390. Now, also in permanent trade, we did see a little bit of spike in that Zone 10 water. It's now sitting around that $1,800 to $1,850 a megalitre. Zone 11 around that same mark, $1,850 plus. While right here on the Murrambidgee, you are looking at numbers around $2,200 a megalitre for general security water. Off the back of a very strong water market, we did complete our expressions of interest for that parcel of Zone 2 Lower Murrambidgee bore water last week. There's a very strong result in this space showing the need and the value that people are now putting on this class of water and securing their production systems for the next 5 years. Obviously, we do have a number of clients out there that are still looking for water and weren't satisfied by this expressions of interest. So if you do have a parcel of water, be it bore water or surface water, that you're looking to place for the next few years and perhaps retain ownership of the asset, please give me a call. We've got people we might be able to match you up with, and it's a very good opportunity of securing very good returns for the next few years. In rural property this week, well, it is all about the water, and we were very fortunate to be among a group of cotton growers and potential cotton growers down at a Conago field day there on Wednesday. Many of these producers have had their journey and come from down northern part of the states, where they see good value in our country here and reliability of water. It's hard to believe they think this is reliable at the moment, but there is great demand for irrigation country at the moment, as we have seen in the Red Plain aggregation being sold off recently. Now, I do have two good properties up at the moment. Amaroo at Murrami, sitting at 588.3 hectares. There's 11 outlets on this property, and it is good, centrally located block, perfect for cotton or development into a horticultural enterprise. It has been zoned horticulture, and if you needed to break it up, there are a number of housing entitlements also on that block. Now, on good black clay soils, good self-mulching soils, it has grown a lot of rice in the past, this country, but could be redeveloped with ease into a cotton or horticultural operation. Kelmah down at Jerilderie, this is a good standalone block coming in at 263 hectares. There's a 15 megalitre a day outlet. Most of the property's been lasered and into border check irrigation. There's a little bit of rice country there, but it is divided into 4 paddocks and absolutely perfect for finishing some livestock, growing some forage. There's a set of sheep yards and a shearing shed there, together with a set of cattle yards. This is, as I said, a good standalone as a starter block, or a drought management strategy for years to come, where you can produce hay, finish your stock, or do any number of irrigated cropping enterprises. Now, many people have asked me about corporate agriculture and why there's so much value and so much interest from overseas interest in Australian farming land. Well, the simple answer is value. There's value in Australian country compared to other parts of the world in what we can produce for the value of our land, and it's a very good argument for why we will continue to see capital gain in this area for years to come. Now, take, for example, in the UK, you're looking at tying up about $4,200 to produce a tonne of wheat on a long-term basis. In the States, in Kansas, you're looking at about $1,700, $1,800 to produce a tonne of wheat tied up in land value, while right here in Australia on a long-term average, you're looking at a land value of approximately $1,000 an acre for good, reliable wheat crops going forward. Now, add to this a somewhat stable government, except for what we've had in the last few weeks with consistent policy, and Australia is a good place to do business, a reliable place to do business with respect to agriculture. And for this reason, I think there's a very bright future for the value of our farms for the years to come. Take some time to have a look at the article. I will get Angela to include a link there near the report this week. So have a look at it and let me know what you think. Now, as always, if you'd like any more information on any one of our properties we've got listed here today, please give me a call. There is still very strong demand out there, and we are getting a few people starting to look at getting appraisals on their property so they know where they sit in the marketplace today. It's a good idea and one that we're happy to do. Many people are actually surprised that we don't charge anything to do them, but it's a good way of building relationships. And as families move through that succession planning process, it's a good opportunity to do that together and to plan for the future. So once again, I look forward to talking to you all again next week. Cheers.